Hello all, thanks for joining me and welcome to another video update. Yeah, welcome back again. Another update. Today's video is really, I'm going to tell you about a little bit of a story really on how, cheers mate, on how I started doing park runs. Well, how I started running really. There's a little bit of a reasoning behind when I started running 14 years ago, which I'm going to explain now in this little short clip from Saturday's park run video.
Last 100 metres of what a special, not a special park run for me, but I'm going to tell you all about it. I get to the end, almost there now. Greenwich Park park run. Got someone behind me. Try and get in front of them a bit. Alright, thank you very much. 19th. That was a nice little effort on a Saturday morning. I'm going to tell you about Avery Hill or Greenwich Park Run in a second. Right, that wasn't a bad effort on a Saturday morning, like I was saying. Not quite sure on the time. I'm guessing it's probably about 21 and a half, under 22 minutes hopefully. Avery Hill, or shall I say Greenwich Park Run. I keep calling it Avery Hill because this is the name of the park. Now, many years ago, actually 14 years ago, back in 2010, I was walking through them gates over there with my lovely little doggy, who's unfortunately been gone for quite a few years now. Just happened to be over here around about sort of 9ish, just after 9 in the morning, and I thought to myself, what's all these people running around the park? When I say all these people, there must have been about 20-30 people in them days, and that was Greenwich Park Run number 32 that I was watching. So I went up to someone, I said, excuse me, I said, like, is this some sort of race or something going on? And then he explained to me about the park run. You get your barcode, you register, and it's absolutely free. Just turn up at 9 o'clock. So there you go. So the following week I roll up, age of 40. I was just I was 40 years old back in 2010, and give it a little go, and it was 26 minutes, just over 26:10 I think it was. Number 33 park run down here, so it was in its early days, and it was absolutely horrendous. I didn't realise how unfit I was, and really overweight as well back in them days. I was probably over 14 stone towards 15 stone possibly, so I was really out of condition. It was a bit of a wake-up call really. Had sort of little on the borderline of probably being obese as well, which I was told by the doctor. It was so really that was where it all started. My running journey started here. A lot to park run. If it wasn't for that Saturday morning walking my little dog Ellie through this park, I would have never ever, maybe possibly never started running. I don't really know. So that was where my running journey started back in 2010 October it was. So yeah, it's who would think now, well seasoned runner. I've got absolutely, I don't think I'm a particularly good runner, but I put a lot of work into it, a lot of effort into it, and it produces some good decent times for my age. I'm what you say, a good sort of club runner, but nothing special. But what I'm trying to tell everyone is that anybody can run, anybody can have a go, and the more effort you basically put into it, the better you can get.
By fate really, I happened to be over Avery Hill Park that Saturday morning, and there you go, and here we are now on a, well, looks like it's going to rain a Tuesday evening, a little bit drizzly, but it's dry at the minute. Tonight's session is another, well, it's not a massive session compared to what we got ahead of us for these winter blocks. Tonight is 4 times 1200 straight through, and then after that we do an extra 400 recovery, and then it will be, I think it's 2 times 200 strides, sort of stride out. We'll see how that goes. I'll see how I shall obviously keep you updated. The other news I've got today as well, it's that time of year, good for age application. That went in this morning, that's all done and dusted. So really it's just a waiting game now. Like I was saying to someone I was saying to in the comments to a few people, I haven't got a backup plan at the minute. I'm just relying on London. Now I don't really want to pay out. I don't want to do 2 marathons like last year. It's a big ask, and you know I got away with it just about like this year, should I say? It feels like last year, but it's still this year. I got away with it this year. I had 2 fantastic marathons, as you all know. So I'm not going to push my luck too much. I'm going to hold my nerve, see what happens with my Good for Age application, and I'm pretty confident that they will open up extra places for maybe Brighton or Manchester. And there's always other marathons as well. There's Newport, for example. Let's get this track session on the way with. Let's find a little parking space. There's a space over there, so I'm going to pull over, turn around. I shall concentrate now, negotiating this little busy part of the road. Actually, I've managed to get round in one go. That's quite handy. There we go. Nice and easy up the curb, drop down. Yeah, so I'll let you know how tonight's trek session goes. I'll catch you all a little bit later after the session. Oh, track session done. Another pleasing session. I'm not quite sure on my reps. I'll have to have a look later on. I didn't really look at my watch much tonight. Here we go tomorrow. I've got me shake, which is basically just the meal for tonight. It's got everything in there. I'll tell you all about that another time, what I'm up to. A new waterproof jacket, which is rubbish, so I'm going to ring them up tomorrow and find out why. I should tell you all about that later as well. So anyway, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Pleased with the session, pleased with how my legs feel. The Mach 2s have been pretty good for the warm down. I just sort of sailed around the park, no effort at all, so I'm pretty pleased about that as well. It all helps with the recovery. So tomorrow morning, hopefully I'll do a nice 7 mile around Epsom Downs in an very old pair of running shoes. It's going to be pretty muddy up there. That'll be nice and slow. I'll catch you all later, folks. Morning all, recovery run this morning from last night's 4 times 1200. Legs feel pretty good, to be fair, feel okay. So I'm just going to get on with some work. Just a quick takeaway coffee that I bought with me this morning. It's still quite nice and warm. Just quickly mention about the jacket I bought. Now I was going to do, like I was saying, anything I buy I'm going to do like a sort of a type of review on, and I purchased this Innovate Storm Shell full zip jacket. Unfortunately I've had it on twice and it is nowhere near waterproof. It's not even shower proof. The water seemed to go straight through it straight away, so I'm not going to say anything about it just yet because I think it's a manufacturer's fault. Now I've been on the phone to the company that I bought it from, the Sports Shoes, and very helpful customer services, got straight through, spoke to a human being, which is great, and basically she sent me a returns label. I'll get that in the post tomorrow, and then as soon as they get it back they'll do a quick test on it, and then they'll give me a call and see what I want to do, if I want to buy another one or if I want to upgrade it, etc, etc. But so I won't do a review on this yet because I haven't had a chance, and I think it is a manufacturer's fault. Bit unfortunate, but it's just one of these sort of things that happen now and then. But in the meanwhile, I'm just going to keep ticking over, keep pushing, trying to keep them miles between, really I want to get over 35, 40, even 45 miles a week for the next few weeks, really, all the way, hopefully as close to Christmas as well. Morning, no, it's Thursday morning. I'm just off for hopefully about a 10 mile run. I'll see how it feels once I get going. I'll know whether it's on or not. If it doesn't feel right for the first sort of mile or two, the good thing about the loop I do, I've got so many different options where I can sort of cut it short or keep it up to 10 roughly. See how I feel. There's no big panic really. I feel a bit tired, a bit jaded this morning. But it is dark and it makes you feel like that. This morning I'm just going to stick with me normal running shoes. Basically just a plain pair of Hokas. These are the Mach 5s. I've had them for ages. absolutely ages, and I've actually got another pair that I keep at Epsom, which I use for running my recovery run, and they're doing pretty well as well. They seem to have a little bit of wear, but so do these really. I've just sort of noticed there's a bit of wear on these ones as well, but I say these have done a lot of miles, a hell of a lot of miles. Use them for park runs all the time, use them for me warm up and warm downs. So, but I've got other options now with the new running shoes as well. I'm going to try and run steady, but I'm not too worried this morning. It might end up being more easy to steady as I'm feeling a little bit tired, but we'll see how it all goes. Maybe I can build into the run. It's still dark outside, so it's not really worth taking the camera. It's only just about getting light. It's only another half an hour before the sun's properly up. By the time I get back, it'll be a lot lighter. And I will let you know how it all goes. Right, so I'm off on this little run now. I'll let you know how it goes when I get back. Fingers crossed. Catch you soon. That box ticked. Ended up doing 10 miles. You know what, I got to the turn-off point, because when I set off I thought to myself, actually I think I might only do like 5 this morning or 6. And I got to the point where I can sort of split off left to cut short, sort of head back towards Avery Hill Park, and I completely forgot. I just carried on running all the way down to Sutcliffe. I was just in like an automatic mode. I was just like cruise control, so I ended up doing the usual sort of just over 10 miles. A bit slower this morning than last week, I think. It was like about 8:30s average. Yeah, it's a good training run. Another 10 miles ticked off. Rest day tomorrow, all important rest day. No point doing all this training without rest days. Rest is just as important, I think, personally, as the running. You have to let them certain muscle groups rest up, whether it's just with a walk or with cross training. You should always, me personally, would do that. Yeah, so that's it, end of this week's video. Apologies, I haven't told you about the meal replacement shake that I have on a Tuesday. I'll tell you a little bit more about that next week. Thanks for watching. If you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. There's going to be quite a lot coming up over the next few months, so I'm going to give you my own personal views on marathon training, my build up. We're not into the marathon training yet. This is still an important part for me of making the start of the marathon training, getting used to the mileage, getting used to the routine, certain things to eat before and after, all sorts of things like that. I'm gonna probably go into and share with you what I do personally myself. I'm not saying it's 100% right, but it seems to work for me, because the proof is in the pudding, as they say. My record this year has been pretty good, I would say. A 3:07 and a 3:20 marathon, almost back to back. Only a week in 2 weeks in between each marathon. I must be doing something right, mustn't I? And I seem to get through these training sessions. So keep watching, and I'll keep you all updated. Catch you all later. Have a good one. Have a good weekend, folks. Bye.